Greetings to all of our change makers, and welcome back to another exciting interview with another change maker up to the north of us here in the US. And I am so excited to have with us today Miss Saras. Please, Saras, tell people a little bit about you and what you do.
Well, hello everyone. Thank you, Cheyenne, for inviting me to your wonderful community. My name is Saras Naidoo. I live in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and way up in Canada on the West Coast. And who am I and what I do? I'm a retired school teacher for a few years now, a high school teacher. And I became a quantum holistic guide, a spiritual medium, and a transformational coach. And I created the Quantum Healing Circle for Women. And my it seems I was drawn to this work. I help women, especially cancer survivors, reclaim their inner power, their peace, their vitality. And I do this through intuitive guidance, energy healing, and holistic practices. And the catalyst for that was my own breast cancer journey, and that awakened this path in me, and it led me to become a master gardener, a passionate advocate for Ayurvedic healing, and I
Mm.
also created my own blend of healing spices that also supports the body's natural restoration.
Oh,
So these are all the things that helps me. Yeah.
wow.
And
I don't know if I remember hearing about your cancer journey. So, just out of curiosity, so were you already investigating more natural ways of healing while you were going through that experience? Or was it after you went through a very traditional experience that you decided to do something different?
well, my story is a little different, but maybe there are others that have a similar story. I did everything right, so I thought, you
Mm.
know. I grew my own food, I cooked my own food from scratch. I lived a healthy lifestyle, I exercised. I thought my husband and I did everything we were supposed to do. But cancer got both of us. My
Mm.
husband was diagnosed first the day he retired.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
So he was already stage 4, a
sad.
kidney cancer. It's a good story though. I always love telling the story, just yeah. Uh, Stage 4, and he was given 4 months to live.
Mm.
Yes. And so while I was, still teaching at that time, being a caregiver for him, 2 years into it, I was diagnosed. He was given 4 months to live, but he thrived for 9 years. Not
Wow.
just survived, he thrived.
Wow.
And yes, yes. And these are, I thought, like I said, I thought I did everything right, but I was digging more. I studied nutrition. I studied about cancer. I knew nothing about it. Did so many extra things. I became a Reiki master. I became a hypnotherapist. I did alternative healings. Anything I could learn, I studied and I used it. And
Wow.
that's what really helped us. So, what I'd like to say to people is this is what I said to my husband sitting in the doctor's office. And when he was given that diagnosis, I looked at him and I said, as long as you are breathing, you can be helped. And that's
Mm.
when I started my quest of doing everything I could to
Wow.
go forward, and
Mhm.
yeah, yeah. And he thrived for 9 years. And like you, I want to say this, we took a 11,000 kilometer uh, road trip across Canada and the States, and we
Wow.
lived life to the fullest. We went travel the world. Nothing
Nice.
stopped us. If anything, it just encouraged us to live life to the fullest.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Absolutely. No waiting, right?
No waiting. No.
Oh my goodness, what a powerful story. So it was your husband that first kind of gave you that feeling you needed to learn more. So by the time your diagnosis came around, you must have been pretty well steeped in the more natural healing modalities, right?
Yes, yes. Like I say, we were using them already, but then I went even deeper into all of that. And the
Wow.
background I come from, it's all about Ayurveda. It's, the
Mm.
East Indian background. This is the way we cook and this is the way we live. But I
Mhm.
took it a step further by finding out the actual spices that are the most helpful. And then that's the ones we kept using. Yes.
Oh, I love that. And yes, that's what I keep trying to explain to people is nature's medicine is every bit as powerful as anything man can make. So I
Absolutely.
think that's a beautiful thing for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Holy
I just was sorry, Shane, I just want to tell you a little secret. I don't know if anyone knows this, but the spices that we use is in its true, authentic form and it has life in it. The
Ooh,
drug companies use the same spices to make all their drugs.
wow.
It's dead.
Mhm. Mhm.
you know i'm
Wow.
not saying all I'm not saying all. I'm not a doctor. I just want to
Right.
put that out there, but I think it's time people woke up to what's going on and take charge of their own health and be
Yes.
the CEO of their own health. I want to stress that.
Absolutely.
Yes,
I love that. So I'm curious because it sounds like you right off the bat, you had a lot of the right ingredients. You were growing your own food, you were cooking your own food, you were doing all these amazing things. Anywhere in your research processes, did you ever come across what kind of emotional elements might have played a role in the disease state that you guys were dealing with?
absolutely. And it's the one emotion that causes most of the disease, which is stress, underlying stress. We
Mm.
don't think we have it, but it's there. Like,
Mhm.
I didn't realize how I was running off my feet. I thought, oh, yeah, everything is good. I have control of everything. And but we don't see
Mm-mm.
the underlying stress and what it
Mhm.
causes. So
Mm.
what I teach now and help others with is to find that, and then go within and take care of me first, me
Yes. Yeah.
time first, and then you giving from a full cup. you know if your
Mhm.
cup is overflowing, and
Yes.
that's the only way you can give without being emptied. So it's not easy, especially as women. We tend to go overboard with everything. That's the way we are made, right? But
Yes.
it's so important to go through that process and take that time for yourself. I
Absolutely.
learned the hard way.
Yes, but, thank goodness you were able to learn so that you can teach other people. That's the beauty of some of the challenges we go through, right?
Yes, yes.
So amazing. Well, and it strikes me listening to you say that. I mean, doctors have said for years that stress was the major cause of all disease, and yet they've never been able to tell us how to deal with it.
Yes.
So I'm curious in your work, have you come up with specific strategies for helping people to diffuse that stress?
Yes, I spent many, 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 many months researching this. So,
Mm,
cancer is not a disease.
mm,
So, in my work, I don't even look at the cancer, I don't even treat the cancer part alternatively.
mm.
Cancer is just a symptom of something
Mm,
far greater that's going on in the body. And
wow,
that's what you work on. And
wow.
by doing that and aligning the body, I work with the chakras, the energy
Mm,
work, by making
mhm,
sure all your chakras are balanced. Because what happens when you're out of line energetically, then the organs that are closest to all these main chakras eventually are affected. First, it's in your field, your energetic field. And if you do nothing about it, it creeps in and creeps in until it gets into the body, into the organs. And
Mm,
then you're in trouble, right? So
yeah.
if you can treat it while it's on the outside, and how do we do that? I always talk about how we brush our teeth in the morning. Have you guys
Mm.
even thought about brushing your energy? Really,
Ooh,
brushing
interesting.
your energy. I mean, we have accumulations of energy that's dumped layer upon layer upon layer, and it just stays there and it keeps blocking the flow, right?
Mhm.
The chi. So, by you not doing that, of course, you're going to end up with overload.
Mm.
So it's so important to clear that energy. We can all do it. You don't have to come to me or go to anyone special. Everybody can do this. And that's the way I teach. I teach you to heal yourself so that you can continue and do it. You don't have to keep coming to me. I am happiest when you don't need to come to me anymore. You can figure it out.
I
Yeah.
love it. I love it. And anybody in the healing arts should be in that space. I want you to get to a place you don't need me anymore. And
Absolutely, and we can all do it. You just have you just I'm a more a guide than
mhm,
anything else. I like to guide people to their right
mm,
path. They just went off track, so I
mm.
get them back on their path, and then they can figure out what to do once they're on that path.
Wow, that is amazing. Well, I'm curious. I know you had mentioned when we were talking earlier that you very much like the idea of collaborating with other people. Do you have a big vision for where you want to take this work? I mean, who do you imagine collaborating with?
Anyone that's ready to learn, to share, and it's not my way or the highway. we
Mm,
share we share our ideas, because really, as one person we can only do so much,
that's
but
true.
as a community we can move mountains. So let's do it.
I'm
Let's
with
do it.
you, sister. Absolutely. No doubt about that. And competition is fictitious in my mind. As we were talking earlier, everybody can hear somebody, but nobody can hear the same somebody's. So, even when you've got two people in the room who kind of sort of feel like they both doing the same thing, there's always going to be little nuances that are different and different specializations. And, like you want to deal with women who have come through cancer, somebody else could be doing a lot of the same processes, but maybe they want to be doing something with guys. So, it's
Mhm.
like we need to come together. So I'm grateful to hear that you are open to that in some big ways.
Yeah, and
Beautiful.
I also want to say, Cheyenne, I do have some men in my community, although it's just for women,
Okay.
because these beautiful souls, I just look at all of them as beautiful souls, and that's how I address them. They need the help just as much as anyone else, because at a soul level, we are neither male nor female. We are just
Right.
energy. So
Mhm.
that's what I want to put, because I was questioned about that. And I just want to put that across there. If there's any men that are listening, you're very welcome to join my circle. And
Awesome.
another thing I want to stress, that it's not about you being a coach and me being a coach and what we are here to do. The ultimate goal is all about the recipient. Are they getting the help they need? It
Yes.
doesn't matter who they're getting it from, but are they getting the help they need? They may get some help from you, some from me, some from someone else, but the ultimate goal is for them to get the help they need.
I couldn't agree more. I think that's beautiful because, yeah. Definitely. And the more we come together, the bigger impact that we can have. And I think that's just so important with where we are on planet Earth these days. There's a lot of people needing help. It's just finding the ones who are ready for it, right?
Yes, for sure. And I would say, uh, try different
Mhm.
people, work
Mhm.
with different people,
Mhm.
and see uh, who's the right fit for you to work with.
For
We are all
sure.
here meant to help one another. It doesn't
Yes.
matter who you work with as long as you get the help you need.
There you go. There
Yeah.
you go. Well, I know, it sounds like you played a huge role in helping your husband have a lot more wonderful years, before departing the planet, but do you have another story that you could share about somebody you've helped and how you helped them?
A very dear friend that just passed 2 days ago. She was
Oh,
going through diabetes, but she was 97. And her children told me that if it wasn't for you, our mom would not be here. She'd be long gone. And
wow.
and I miss her so much. She's here for tea every evening. And I walk, I make sure she exercises. I cooked for her. I did everything really to help, just to help her out, because I
Mhm.
couldn't do that. And yeah, again, if you're listening out there, I couldn't do it for my own mother because she lived so far away from me. But I did it for this person that was like a mother to me and treated
Aw,
me like a daughter. And
nice.
I mean, at the end of it, that's all it's about, right? Find You can't help
Mhm.
the whole world. Find one person that you can help. Make sure they got up every day. Make sure they had a meal. This
Mhm.
is what our world is really about. And I
It is.
think that so many of us are coming to that recognition now, you
Mhm.
know and I knew nothing about diabetes. There's nobody in my family went through that. So yeah, I was again spent many many months studying. And I knew this beautiful person for many years, and
Aw.
I studied everything I could about diabetes. So it
Mhm.
doesn't matter about the disease. It's
Mm.
about how you treat the body. It's got to be mind body soul aligned,
Yes.
all balanced. And if
Yes.
I'll just tell you a little bit about my story. When I was going through this, I thought I was totally balanced. My
Mhm.
mind was okay, my body was okay, but my spirit was a little
Mm.
out of whack. So I had
Mm.
to learn and really bring that part into balance. And
Mhm.
that's what got me so much into this work. Love every minute of it. I just cannot believe the things that happen just happen, spontaneously, because when you aligned, everything falls into place.
Oh, so true, so true. Wow. Well,
Yeah.
I am so delighted that you are joyfully doing the things you're feeling called to do these days and helping people wherever you can. Can you tell people how they can find you if they're curious about what you're doing?
Well, right now, all the magic is happening through my Facebook group, and that's where I'm leading everyone. And
Okay.
then I also have a website. It's www.sarasnaidoo, my name, .com. And I have programs and that there. But my Facebook group is where all the action is. And I'd like to drive people there because I think I'm into 40 interviews already.
Wow.
Yes, and I do a chai chat every day. It's little nuggets to just help you with your personal growth spiritually.
Yeah.
So I do that. I've been posting that every day. And
Okay.
so there's a lot of stuff going on there. So that's where I'd like to send people. And it's Quantum Healing Circle for Women. I'll put a link in the comments.
Absolutely. Quantum Healing Circle for Women. That sounds like the place to be without a doubt. Well,
Yes.
it has been a joy to have you with us today, Saras. And do you have any final words of wisdom you like to leave people with?
Yes, I always have uh, lots of things I'd like to say, but what I'd like to stress on to everyone, especially women out there, because we always feel second class. I'd
Mhm.
like to tell you that we are all a spark of the divine. We are
Mm.
all the same. And find that spark within you, that power within you, and bring it forward. Let that light shine as brightly as it can. And can you imagine when all those lights come together? We will light up this world like nobody's business. So keep shining your light.
I love it. Thank you so much. Those are great parting words. So
Oh, thank
thank
you, Diane. Thank you.
yes.
And
Well,
thanks, everyone.
yes, thanks to all of our change makers for tuning in. Don't be afraid to reach out to Sarah. She's a lovely person to talk to, and she's definitely a powerhouse of healing ability. So go and check her out. So we thank you again, and we will see you all in the next interview. Have a marvelous rest of your day. Take care, everybody.
Bye.